Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I hope that you had some relaxing holidays and that you are settling into your new 2023 journaling and planner routine. I feel like I'm starting to settle into mine, so I wanted to make a video and share with you guys about what I'm using right now. So I will be sharing journals as well as planners. And I'm going to start with this big journal. This is my own journal that I made for and printed for myself this year, and I shared a video with a flip through last year, so I'll leave a link to that in the description box. So I decided to use the biggest size that I printed. This is an 8.5 by 11. The name of the journal is Unearthing Your Gifts. It's a yearly creativity journal with monthly pages, and I'll just flip through a few of the pages that I have already worked on. I put some little sticky notes in the different pages that I want to have quick access to, like the dream page, the daily tracker, the weekly spreads, and then I have a bookmark that I'm using for the moon pages, but I'm not sure what I did with that one. So I already started working on it. I haven't decorated it as much as I want to decorate it, so that's just something that will happen slowly. Here's the bookmark that I mentioned. So I did my letter for myself through, as I was writing the letter, I had this image of this Venn diagram that led me to explore some things, that is going to lead me to explore some things in my life. I did my intentions for 2023. I struggle with this page, so I actually ended up doing a reading for myself and writing out a story based on the cards that came out. I haven't done the magical vision board, and this page is more a reference page for you to figure out how to create sacred space when you're working with your journal. This is the beginning of the monthly pages. So for January, I listed the full moon and new moon dates and their signs. I set my intentions. I started journaling a little bit more here. I did my monthly communing with the muse spread. And other pages that I have started using are the page where I make a list of the things that I'm interested in. Starting to work on the self-portrait page and then the weekly spreads. So I'm really excited to be working with this journal this year, and I'll be sharing more about it. Maybe I'll do like an end of the month flip through once January is done. I'm still using my Hobonichi 5-year journal. This year I started using it as more of a just like a personal journal for recording more personal thoughts than the thoughts that I would want like my children to read in our family one line a day 5-year memory book. So I'm still using this, and I have been a little more regular at working with it this year, which I'm glad for. So similarly, still doing this one. This is a one line a day 5-year journal, and I'm using it to record memories for the whole family. So I write about things that we did, and it's something that I hope my kids will have access to when they're older. For planners, I'm not using any Hobonichis this year. This is a Hobonichi cover, but I actually have a Stalogy notebook in here, and this is my gratitude journal. I ended up doing like a few to-dos as well, but it's where I write what I'm grateful for each day. So far, I do like the Stalogy. The paper is thin, but not as thin as the Hobonichis, and it doesn't smear, which is something that I like. I'm glad I was able to continue using my Inuyasha cover, which I really liked from the Hobonichi store. So that's the daily gratitude journal slash to-do list. Then I really liked the size of the weeks, the Hobonichi weeks, but I didn't want to pay the price of the Hobonichi, so I got this dupe from Amazon. This one was $10, and it's not as nice as the Hobonichis. It doesn't have the note pages, like the additional note pages, but it has a similar layout with the monthly calendar, and then here is the first week. So it has like the same layout with grid paper. I am thinking that for 2024, I would like to have the Hobonichi Weeks Mega, because I really enjoyed the extra pages in the back of the Hobonichi planner. So to compensate for not having a Hobonichi this year, I am putting this planner inside this traveler's notebook cover, and then I have extra pages here where I can do some of the writing and list making that I was doing in the Hobonichi. So these are notebooks that I gave my daughters, and they used them a little bit, but they were not interested in them anymore, so they gave them back to me, and I'm going to just use them so that I don't let them go to waste. So in this planner, I am in the weeks planner, I'm just writing down like appointments, a little bit of things to do, like priorities for the week, decorating some here and there, a little bit of memory keeping for different things that might have happened the day, on each day, I mean. And then I have some stickers that I cut up from these ones I got from the dollar store last year, and I still have a lot left, so I cut them up so they could be easily accessible here in this cover. Then I'm still using my No Moon calendar and journal, and this year I'm doing a moon group on Facebook to help me be more accountable to actually using the journal and observing the phases of the moon. So there's like a small group of people that have joined me on there, and that helps me by sharing about my moon practice. It helps me to continue to do my moon practice. So I have used this one for 4 years. This is my 4th year using the Moon is My Calendar, and I really love just I love the calendar. I love that you can get to create something like the moon mandala, so you use your creativity. There's this like tracking, record keeping that's very like visual as well, and I've done reviews about this journal, so I will link that as well. And then you can write a few words here for the daily observations of how your energy was doing during each of the moon phases. So these the next 3 are just some notebooks that I have started. They're different. So what I was wanting to say is that I feel like I have a few straggling notebooks that don't really fit into the routine yet. So this is one where originally it was going to be my writing journal, and I wanted to write like ideas and begin writing like blog posts, but then it became like a journal where I kind of reflect on my life and what's happening. So, but I'm doing that also in this one. So this journal it doesn't have a very clear spot yet, but I do want to finish it because I feel like I have a lot of half-started notebooks and it's bothering me a little bit. So I guess this one would be one that I go to when I have more like long journaling to do. And then in the notebooks here in the traveler's notebook, I would do like brief reflections and note taking as well as list making. That's kind of what I think is going to end up happening. Then this one is a notebook that I'm using for my work with the Book of Houses. So at each transition of my natal chart into a different house, I'm going to be reflecting and writing a little bit, keeping track of that here. So far, I have only been keeping my annual seeds here, but I want to use it up because I don't like to have so many half-started notebooks. And then this is my collage journal, which I was really active making collages almost daily last year, but then I took a break when my son was born, and I'm slowly getting back into it. I made this one today and this one as well. So I want to finish it so that I can start a different art journal. So I'm going to try to be more intentional about creating collages not every day, but more often, so that I can at least finish this one and move on to a different kind of art journaling where I want to be using acrylics and other mixed media. So for now, this is how my routine is going. I tend to work on these 3 journals during the morning. I take like 5 to 10 minutes to write on them. Then at night, I do my new moon calendaring journal. And then whenever I have some time, I come to the Unearthing Your Gifts creativity journal and work on maybe a specific page, keep track of whatever I'm tracking, maybe do one of the readings that's found in it. Yeah, so that's kind of how I'm working with it. And I'm excited to share more of a flip through once I have the first month done, so that you can see how I'm using it. I still have, so since I printed this one to sell on my Etsy shop, I still have 10 copies that are available, and I'll put the link in the description if anyone is interested in checking it out. There's also a digital version that you can purchase and print yourself. But yeah, so that's it for how I'm using my journals right now. And I will hopefully do another video to share some of the decks that I have been working with in the last few months. So thank you so much for tuning in.